Now, it's been a while since we've done a Knap tactic, and this is the Holy Ghostfire 2DM variant as to 424. Let's get into today's test. It's the biggest one we've done so far on the channel. I'm excited for this one. I hope you are too. Now, as I said, it is the biggest test I've done so far. We've got 9 teams that we have done this test with: Manchester United, Birmingham City, AS Monaco, Freiburg, Palermo, AZ, Sporting CP, Hearts, and Atletico Madrid as well. It's going to be a big one. We're going to go through the results, let's see how they perform, and then we'll do a rundown of the tactic afterwards. Strap in, get a drink, get some food. It's going to be a good one. Now, we will start off with the Manchester United test. But every team I've picked shouldn't be the winners of their league. That's kind of what I've gone for here. Third place is the highest media prediction that we do have for them. So first of all, with Manchester United, we finished second in the Premier League. Not too bad. 26 wins, 8 draws, 4 losses across the season. Goal difference of 66 with 86 points on the board. Manchester City just being way too good in this one. Looking at the goals scored, Marcus Rashford got 24, second in the league. Assist is Aaron Wan-Bissaka with 16 at right back. Player of the matches were not involved, nor the clean sheets, and we are there twice for the yellow cards. It wouldn't be a tactic test without a yellow card being affected. We scored 103 goals in the league, 12 of those coming from corners as well, topping the charts there. We had 638 shots, topping the charts as well. Third fewest shots against with 288. Not involved with a pass completion, but we are there 52% with the possession as well. Most tackles won, we're not involved. Most dribbles made, we are joint 7th with 601. We had the 4th most clean sheets with 16, and the 4th fewest conceded with 37. Other competitions. Now, we're knocked out of the Champions League to the round of 16 by Atletico Madrid. Interestingly enough, we have them in our other test as well. We won the English FA Cup, lovely to see, and was runners-up in the Carabao Cup as well. So we can't complain there. I'm not going to go through the schedule with this one. Am I? Yes. Let's do it quickly. Let's quickly go through the schedule of the Premier League and let's see how we have performed. So a very good start. We only lost 1 in kind of our first 10 games here, and that was to Everton, a 4-0 loss, but some big wins here. 5-0 against Tottenham, 5-0 against Fulham, 3-0 against West Ham, 4-0 against Burnley. We lost to Villa and lost to Brighton, both 2-1. Beat Crystal Palace 5-1, a Forest 6-1 victory. And we didn't lose then, to be fair, until the very end of the season. It just goes to show how good the Man City team was that we came up against. So, a 4-4 against Tottenham. We beat Man City 1-0 as well. Revenge on Everton 4-1. What else have we got? A 4-1 against Palace, a 5-0 against Brighton, and a 4-0 against Brentford as well. We did lose to Arsenal. That was the last game of the season, but yeah, not too bad. A second place finish, it's not the worst, especially in this game save. So we're now going to move on to Birmingham City. Media prediction, I think, was 17th with these. And we've actually won the championship. I love to see it. 33 wins, 8 draws, only 5 losses across the season. 107 points, 68 goals as well. Lukas Djukovic topping the goal scoring charts with 27. Wonderful to see. Led with the average rating of 7.39. Djukovic 7.32. Led with 18 assists and Miyoshi with 17 assists. So what I'm seeing already is the assists are coming from the right hand side. Maybe that's just where the best players were, but Wan-Bissaka had the better assists and Ethan Laird has got the better assists here as well. Not involved in the player of the matches, clean sheets or the yellow cards either. Stats wise, we scored the most goals, 114 goals, 8 of them coming from corners. We had the most shots in the league with 717. The 4th fewest shots against with 370. Pass completion, we're not there. We're not there for most possession either with this one. We are there for most tackles, however. 7th with 1,054. Not involved with most dribbles made. 6th for clean sheets with 16, again matching Manchester United. And 3rd for fewest conceded, 46 across the season. Fantastic stuff. In other competitions, we were actually knocked out of the FA Cup by Manchester United, and knocked out of the Carabao Cup to Manchester City as well. But 27 goals is wonderful to see. Looking at the schedule, obviously we didn't lose many. Are there any big wins as well, like we did with the Manchester United test? Started off, wasn't great, 2-2 draw to Swansea, but we beat Leeds 3-1, beat Plymouth 3-1, beat Millwall 3-1. An 8-1 against West Bromwich Albion is absolutely insane. A 3-0 against Hull, a 4-1 against Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah, we've had a few losses. 1-0. I mean, the most is probably by 2 goals there to Coventry, so not too bad. Leicester 4-1, another 4-2 against Plymouth. Any other bigger wins? I mean, a 3-0 against Stoke, 4-0 against West Brom. We scored a 12 against them. Lovely to see. 4 against Blackburn, 5-2 against Sunderland, and a wonderful end to the season, a 4-3 against Watford. But yeah, not too shabby. I realised what I forgot to do with the Manchester United one, so we're just going to ignore it now. Normally I do go through the squad, but we're just going to go through the front layer of the games here. But wonderful to see with Birmingham City. Now, AS Monaco, media prediction was to finish in 3rd place. How did they perform? They finished 2nd, and they only missed out by 1 win against Paris Saint-Germain. 25 wins, 6 draws, 3 losses, a plus goal difference of 57, with 81 points on the board. Absolutely fantastic. 10 points clear of 3rd place as well. Ben Yedder getting 22 goals, 2nd in the league. Cal Enrique, I don't know, 12 assists, finishing 3rd. Again, he's a right back, he's a left back, so a lot of our assists are coming down the wing as well. So I'm assuming there's going to be left back and right back pushing up, and then inside forwards coming in as well. Player of the matches, Ben Yedder, joint top with 7, and Zakaria getting the most yellow cards with 14. So most goals for, 2nd in the division, 87. I mean, anything other than beating Paris Saint-Germain is going to be very good. We had the most shots though, 589 across the season. 2nd fewest shots against with 218. Pass completion not there, nor for the possession, nor for tackles. 5th for dribbles made with 539. We had the 2nd most clean sheets with 12, and we conceded the 2nd fewest with 30 as well. A very good showing here from Monaco. We did lose to Paris Saint-Germain in the final of the French Cup, but yeah, we're not going to complain too much. Looking at the League One performances that we did have, 5-0 against Strasbourg, 5-1 against Marseille. Their prediction was in 2nd place. Yeah, a lot of good wins here. We lost a couple by the odd goal, although Nantes did beat them 4-1. Not good to see. A 4-1 against Montpellier, a 5-0 against Rennes, a 5-1 against Metz. How did we perform against Paris Saint-Germain? We beat them 1-0 there, and we beat them 3-0, so fantastic stuff to see. We also beat Montpellier 5-1. So can't complain. Very, very nice. Now we are going to go on to the next one, which is Freiburg. Their media prediction was to finish in 7th place, I believe. So let's see how we did perform there. We finished in 3rd. Very, very nice. 19 wins, 7 draws, 8 losses. I mean, we lost the same amount as Bayern. Crazy to see. Plus goal difference of 27 and 64 points on the board as well. Now we're not involved for the most goals, but Christian Gunter is 3rd for average rating, and Vincenzo Griffo getting 11 assists as well. So not a left back with this one, the first time that we've seen. So we're not involved with player of the matches, clean sheets, or the yellow cards either. Looking at the stats, we scored the 2nd most amount of goals with 67. Leipzig ran away with the league. Looking at this, they had the most shots for. We were 2nd with 484. We had the 5th fewest shots against. Pass completion, we're not there, but we are 8th for most possession, 51% across the season. Most tackles, not there. 7th for most dribbles made. Interestingly enough, we're not involved with the clean sheets, but we did concede the 7th fewest with 40. Did we win a cup? No, we were knocked out in the Europa League semi-final to Liverpool, and knocked out in the 3rd round of the DFB Pokal to Bayern Munich. Looking at the squad for the Bundesliga, well, the schedule I should say, beat Hoffenheim 4-1. I mean, did we beat Bayern in any of these? We beat them 3-1, beat Augsburg 3-1, but a big loss there, 5-1 to Eintracht Frankfurt. We lost 4-1 to Leipzig as well. 3-1 against Heidenheim, 2-0 against Union Berlin. Did we beat Bayern Munich again? We did. 3-2 against Bayern. A 2-1 against Bochum, a 5-1 against Mönchengladbach, and we beat Leipzig 4-0 as well. So some good results coming off with this test. Although, yeah, we didn't do very well in the Europa League. Has any of these teams going to come into the Europa League? I think Sporting are in there as well. The next test is with Palermo. I think they might have been 3rd to finish in the Serie B, or it might be 2nd. But we did win the Serie B. 28 wins, 6 draws, only 4 losses all season, a goal difference of plus 64, 90 points on the board as well. Now, we're not involved with any of the goals, but we are third with Salim Diakite with 7.34 in the average rating. Diakite also getting 16 assists at right back. Yeah, there is a theme coming in here. Clean sheets, Pigliacelli getting 13, second in the league, and Claudio Gomez and Christopher Lund in the yellow card section as well. Now, we did score the most goals in Serie B with 98, 3 of those coming from corners. We had the most shots for, second few shots against. We're not involved for the pass completion, but we are 5th for the possession, 52% across the season here. Not involved for the most tackles, but we are 2nd for dribbles made. 3rd most clean sheets with 13, and the 2nd fewest conceded with 34. In other competitions, we were knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Italian Cup to Parma, which is interestingly, they are in our division and we did defeat them. Well, did we defeat them in the league? Let's have a look. So the Serie B, a 5-1 against that team, 5-1 against Lecco, a 5-1 against Spezia, a 5-1 against Catanzaro, 4-0 against Brescia. We did lose to Parma 1-0, but we beat Bari 6-3. Look at this run of wins here. Absolutely insane. 4-1 against Venezia, 5-2 against Cittadella, 4-0 against Pisa, 4-2 against Catanzaro, 4-1 against Lecco, and 2 5-0 victories against Ascoli and Cosenza towards the end of the season is absolutely fantastic. Palermo, very nice test, and this tactic so far, it's a typical Knap. It is fantastic. AZ Alkmaar, I think they're predicted to finish 4th in the Eredivisie, and they won it comfortably as well with 90 points, 29 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses, goal difference of plus 77. This is very impressive. Vangelis Pavlidis getting 22 goals, topping the charts, beating Boadu by 2. Average rating, Van Bommel, Pavlidis, and Casillas. It seems to work in the Eredivisie with this one. Van Bommel getting 13 assists. He's a left winger, not a left back. Van Bommel getting joint top player of the matches with 6, and we're not involved in yellow cards, which always makes me happy. We did score the most goals in Eredivisie, 108 across the season, 5 coming from corners. We had the most shots, 4th fewest shots against as well. Pass completion, we are there with 8th with 88% possession. Pass completion, 52% possession, we are there in 7th. Most tackles are not involved, but 4th for the most dribbles, 3rd for the fewest, most clean sheets, and 2nd for the fewest conceded. I'm doing all this in a row, so if I do follow my words, I do apologise for that. Finishing 2nd is fantastic. We won the Dutch Cup, lovely to see, and knocked out in the semi-final of the Conference League's Aston Villa. Looking at the schedule, now we did blow Eredivisie away. Any big wins? I mean, we only lost 1 to Ajax and then 1 to Twente. The rest is nice viewing. A 4-0 victory in our 2nd game. Pek Voile 5-1. Heracles 5-1. Fortuna Sittard 5-1. I mean, 4-1 against Feyenoord. Big team there. 5-0 against Alkmaar City. 3-0 against PSV. A 7-2 against Fortuna Sittard. A 5-1 against Alkmaar. A 5-2 against Nijmegen. And a 6-4 against Go Ahead Eagles. A lot of goals in this one. We did draw with FC Utrecht on the last game of the season, but fantastic. We were champions in the Eredivisie. Media prediction was 4th. What a result for AZ Alkmaar. Sporting CP, media prediction was to finish in 3rd, and we finished 2nd. Now, the Portuguese league is always very, very exciting. We lost out by a point, but you know, there was 2 points separating 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. 27 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses, again plus goal difference of 74 with 84 points on the board. Gyökeres getting 25 goals, leading the scoring charts with Palermo 3rd with 18 goals scored. Gyökeres 2nd highest average rating with 7.43, with Marita getting 13 assists. Now I know he's not a wing back, so we won't click into him. Antonio Adan 13 clean sheets, and we're not involved again with the yellow cards, which always makes me happy. 107 goals scored, 15 of those coming from corners, topping the scoring charts. We had the most shots for, the fewest shots against, I should say. 8th for pass completion, 5th for most possession with 55%. Most tackles won, we're not involved, but we are 4th for the most dribbles made, 3rd for the most clean sheets, and 2nd for the fewest goals conceded, only 33 in 34 games is fantastic. Now, Europa League knocked out in the round of 16 by Paris Saint-Germain, but we did win the Portuguese Cup, and we were runners-up in the Portuguese League Cup as well. I mean, a fantastic achievement. We missed out on the trophy by 1 point. So let's see if there's any big wins in the Premier League, Portuguese Premier League that is, for Sporting CP. What a run of wins straight away. 7-1 against Firenze, 7-2 against Casapia, 4-1 against Moreirense. I mean, PTM 4-0, we beat Benfica 1-0, we lost to Porto 2-1 there. 4-3 against Braga, 5-0 against Estoril Praia. We lost to BVT. We did beat Firenze and Chavez. BVT, we did get our revenge there. 3-1, 5-0 against Moreirense. Who did we lose? Gil Vicente we lost 3-2, and we lost 3-2 to Porto as well. Not very good, but a 6-2 against Braga, a 4-0 against Viz, and a 3-1 against Estoril Praia. We drew with Benfica. That point was vital for Benfica by the looks of it. Now, 2 more to go with Hearts. Another media prediction of 3rd place. And they finished 3rd as well. I mean, Celtic and Rangers, they are too big to play against, but 22 wins, 10 draws, 6 losses across the season. A goal difference again of plus 55 and 76 points on the board. I mean, the gulf between those two, yeah, it is too much. But Koyosuke Tagawa with 26 goals, topping the goal scoring charts, with Shankland 3rd as well with 18. Tagawa with 7.38, 3rd highest average rated in the league. We're not involved for the assists, and Tagawa is joint 2nd for player of the matches as well. Craig Gordon, 15 clean sheets, and Peter Haring with 9 yellow cards. It's not actually that many yellow cards. Can't complain too much. 2nd most goals scored, 91 in the division. We had the most shots for, the 3rd fewest shots against, with 2nd highest pass completion of 87%. 2nd possession with 59%. Very nice to see, that is. Most tackles won, we're not there, but most dribbles made, we are 3rd. We had the most clean sheets with 19, and we conceded the 3rd fewest with 36 points, or 36 goals I should say. Now, we didn't make it through the Conference League. We knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Scottish Cup to Celtic, and we've knocked out in the League Cup to Hibernian in the quarterfinal as well. Looking at the schedule for the Cinch Premiership, how did we perform? I'm assuming we lost quite a lot to Celtic and Rangers, but we lost our first game to St Johnstone, beat Dundee 5-2, beat Motherwell 3-1, a 5-0 against Hibernian, 4-1 against Dundee again. We lost to Celtic, we lost to St Mirren. We drew to Rangers, however, which, you know, is that a victory? Maybe. We did quite well going into the first kind of part of the league phase. 4-0 against Aberdeen, 5-0 against Motherwell, another 5-0 against Hibernian. We lost 4-1 to Celtic, but we did beat Livingston and Aberdeen 2-0 as well. Looking at the final kind of 4 games of the season, we beat Aberdeen 2-0, we beat Rangers 5-0, St Mirren 5-0, drew 2-2 with Celtic, and we beat Hibernian 4-0. It's not too bad. I'm going to say it's a pretty decent showing from our Hearts team here. And the last one is Atletico Madrid. Media prediction is 3rd place, and they finished 2nd in La Liga. I mean, Real Madrid absolutely ran away with this one. 26 wins, 6 draws, 6 losses, 60 plus goal difference, with 84 points on the board as well. We're not involved with the goals scored, but we are 3rd for average rating with Antoine Griezmann. Samuel Lino, the left back, getting joint top assist with 12. We're not involved with the player in the matches, clean sheets, but we are there on the yellow cards with Koke and Jimenez as well. Now, lastly, into the goals. We scored 98 across the season, 5 less than Real Madrid, finishing 2nd there. Most shots taken, 4th fewest shots against. We're not involved with the pass completion, nor for possession with this one either, nor for tackles won, but we've only been in one of these across the test. 2nd for dribbles made, 603. Most clean sheets, we were 7th with this one, only 11, and we conceded the 4th fewest goals as well. We are into the Champions League final. runners-up in the Spanish Cup, and we're knocked out in the Spanish Super Cup to Real Madrid. Now, we are going to go on holiday for this one. We're going to come back the 1st of June. Now, we are back on the 1st. Did Atletico Madrid win the Champions League? No. Runners-up. We lost on penalties to RB Leipzig, 3-3. Well, that's really sad, but I mean, a fantastic achievement just getting there anyway. Leipzig have absolutely dominated this season, as we can see so far. So, the tactic, a fantastic one as well. FM 24.4 HGF, the Holy Ghost Fire. 4-2-4 with a CDM 2. I actually understand what this means now. Manchester City got 106 points and won the English FA Cup. I understand the names now. So it is a balanced mentality. In possession, it is very narrow attacking width with passing to space, underlap on the right and left, with focus down the right and left as well. Underlap, I should say. Passing directness is shorter with a higher tempo, run of the defence and low crosses in the final third. In the transition, counter press and counter, distribute quickly and to roll it out also. Out of possession, high line engagement, high defensive line as well. Trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more and to invite crosses. Intensity is as intense as you're going to get. As always with these tactics that do seem to work in the match engine. Sweeper keeper on defend with take more risks and to tackle harder. A fullback on attack, take more risks, cross from the byline, dribble more, cut inside with the ball, stay wider and to tackle harder. Right and left both have those instructions. 2 ball playing defenders with dribble more and to tackle harder with these. 2 defensive midfielders on support, 1 with tackle harder and the other with tackle harder as well. 2 inside forwards, the right one is on attack with sit narrower, close down more, tackle harder, mark specific position. Inside forward on support on the left hand side, sit narrower, close down more, tackle harder and mark specific position. So it's going to be marking the right and left back. Pressing forward on support with moving to the channels as an additional, and advance forward on attack, take fewer risks and to tackle harder as well. Fantastic tactic, Knap. As always, it is a fantastic tactic. Now, the biggest test we've done so far, I'm trying to cover every kind of league that you do go into. Obviously, there's going to be some that I don't know, like the Indonesian league or whatever, but I tried to do like a broad spectrum of tests with teams that aren't always guaranteed to win the division as well. So you can win every league with Manchester City. But yeah, very impressed with his tactic, Knap, as always. It's been a while since I have covered a Knap tactic. Yeah. Give him some love. Give me some love as well. Hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.